I was lost, lonely and lost. Fell on my knees and I talked to God. I opened my eyes and there's the answer. When I'm lost, she's lost. It draws a line that I never cross. I'm her bodyguard and bouncer, and she's God's answer. Hold back the world, keep it at bay. We're on our way.
Hi, my name is Henderson and I'm a songwriter. I got into music, I guess, when I was a child. My father was a piano player in a band, and they used to have their band rehearsals downstairs, and I'd sneak out to the landing and listen to them play and sing. And I always knew that I wanted to be a musician from the time I was, I suppose, about 4 or 5 years old. And then when I got into my teenage years, I picked up the guitar, and I'd already written a number of poems, and I knew that I could convert them to songs, and I learned a few chords and started my songwriting when I was about 14. My parents believed that I should just get a job and that music should be just a hobby, but I defied that, and I actually started busking when I was 14. So I'd go out on the street, open my case up and sing the 3 songs that I'd written over and over again. And much to their dismay, I did quite well and was able to pay my board and rent through busking. So that really set the path for me.
When I'm lost in the cosmos, she gives it all, never counts the cost. Well, I'm her hero, a Superman, and she's God's. I'm found in love, and hear a word coming from above. These children, they are glad. So be a man, hold back the world, keep it up. Baby, on board, children play. They're on their way.
Like my parents, in actual fact, I would encourage them to do it as a hobby, because to look at it seriously, it's an industry where only 1% of songwriters actually make enough money to pay their phone bill. So therefore it's not a great career choice in some ways, although, having said that, a good song will take you far. Life situations inspire great songwriting, and I think people often ask me, how do you write a song? And my response is always, why do you want to write a song? And that's the most important thing. So if you have a reason to write a song, then the song will come. So it's about being passionate. It's about believing in what you're actually writing. I used to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning with an idea for a song, and I'd go and do that. But since having children, life gets pretty full. So I do try to make time to write. And that's not always easy, because inspiration isn't always there. But there are some basic tricks that you can use to bring about inspiration, if you like. One thing is that when you are inspired, it might just be a couple of words or a line of a song that you're potentially thinking about. Make sure you write that down. I have a little file at home that has probably 1,000 ideas in it. And so when I need that inspiration, I can go to that file and I can find something, and usually find something to write about. Also, songs that I wrote when I was 15 and 16 that I now consider to be immature or juvenile in their nature. If I go back and restructure those songs, I can still capture the same passion I had when I wrote the songs, but I can write them with greater experience and hindsight, and therefore they're always a great source of new songwriting from old songs. Life experience. Yeah, I think as a songwriter, what you need to do is not only learn from your own experience, but step into the shoes of others and try to write from other people's perspectives. And that can be difficult and challenging, but ultimately very rewarding.
If they're lost and only lost, I heard they talk to God. But if he's not available, they call me.
For a song to go from its conception through to finished product where people can actually listen to it, there are 3 distinct phases, and each of those phases is more difficult than the last. The first part obviously is writing the song itself, and that obviously involves working through lyrics and melody and chord systems until you have a structure that you're happy with for the song. The second phase is the arrangement of the song. Now this would include the musical arrangement of the song. Let's say, for example, is the song going to have some stops in it? Will it have a key change or a time change? What instrumentation would work best with it? So you figure out all those things, and then you go to the third phase, which is the hardest phase of all, I believe, which is recording the song. And the reason that recording the song is the hardest phase is often you're relying on other people that may not necessarily share your vision of the song, and so actually having to impart that vision to them can take some time, or they might rock up late, or they might play it really badly. Also, you've got all kinds of technical problems, as most of you technical folk here would understand, that you've got to get the sound right, and you've got to get the final mix right, and it's really difficult. But if you can get through those three phases, and you're happy with each phase, then what you have is a great song. To young songwriters, I would say write your songs, record them, get through to that finish, get some finished product. Product is everything. Before you have product, it's only ideas in your head, and you can't really share that with people until you have product. And when you do have product, it's about expanding yourself into the world. Use the internet, join songwriters groups and associations, spend plenty of time with other songwriters. The ability to co-write songs is really important, to be able to cooperate with others and to share ideas. When you co-write with people, you end up writing songs that you could never have written by yourself. It's really important to expand yourself into the world like that.
God's plan B, I'm their dad.